question is, how much should I spend on marketing, or how do I calculate my marketing budget? And there's kind of a rule of thumb. It comes from a widely sourced and referenced study that the Small Business Administration did back in about 2019. And that is to say that you should be spending about 6 to 7% of your annual revenue on a marketing budget. Now, that assumes a couple things. There's all these caveats, of course, but that's for businesses making less than $5 million and that are profitable somewhere in the 10 to 12% profit range. For easy math, we'll just kind of work with some of these numbers today. Let's say that your business makes $1 million a year and you're profitable, you're in that 10 to 12% profit range. Well, of your $1 million in revenue per year, you should be spending, using that 6%, the low end of that scale, would be about $60,000 a year on marketing. Or if you want to break it down monthly, about $5,000 a month. Now, again, it's also going to depend on your growth goals. If you're making $1 million and you're trying to be a $5 million company, you may want to earmark a little bit more for your marketing efforts to, try to increase your revenue. But if you're on the smaller side and, again, maybe trying to grow or just trying to sustain, but let's say your company's making $500,000. Let's say you decide you're going to spend 7% of your $500,000 revenue on marketing. That's $35,000 a year, or just under $3,000 a month. So with those numbers, you can see that, you should have a healthy amount to invest in your marketing. Now, for different businesses, that can include a lot of different elements. Speaking about digital, that should include any in-house resources that you have for that. Maybe somebody on your team who's doing a little work posting on your social profiles. However much of their job, calculating what percentage of their payroll is sort of in that marketing bucket. Any outsource or agency work that you're having done, maybe ad budget for digital ads like on Google or social media platforms, as well as any traditional media or like print advertising. Those are the kinds of things to think about in that, under that umbrella of your marketing budget. So you can tell that you can have a pretty healthy budget for, hiring an agency to write some content for you, post on social, set out a good SEO strategy, and still have some money left over for doing some ads and things like that. So I hope that kind of helps give you a rough idea of where to start calculating your numbers. I highly recommend, though, that you research your individual industry, understand what your competitors are spending. It's going to make a difference if you're B2B or B2C, how much you stand to make on each sale, what the average, lifetime value of a customer that you can obtain through your marketing efforts. All of that will make a difference. But if you want to just start very roughly with your revenue, 6 to 7% of your revenue, and kind of earmark that for marketing, that's a great place to start.